Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video, and we're doing Larry Bird tells a story about the Pacers and the Celtics. I'm glad I found some interviews. I want to see some later interviews of Larry Bird telling his stories back in his times when he was playing. So I'm thinking this is it, because I seen like the picture. So let's just get it, man. You know, we get straight right into it. Keep it short and sweet. Appreciate all love and support. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. Let's get it, man. We're right into it.
Frustrating was it when you couldn't practice and you had to watch this guy throwing the ball out of bounds and like making the wrong rotations? And
well, when Rick was real young, we used to say he'd make a good play, and we go, "We're just waiting for the next bat."
Also, shout out to All Basketball TV too. Shout out to you for the video. Shout out.
Step on in here and have a seat.
Good gentlemen, how you doing?
how you doing, sir? Lane Whitaker.
How you doing?
How you doing,
Larry? Good to see you, man.
What the world?
We got these shirts for you.
I'm glad two of us were smart enough not to wear that crap.
Did you know they used to call him Cool Baby?
No.
David Benner gave us these
Yeah,
shirts.
that's real classy.
Look at this.
Larry, thanks for
Yeah, no problem.
coming on, man. Good to see you as always. The Pacers are a different animal. You know, you go to some teams and they have a region or a city that's behind them. You can go to Crown Point, you can go down to Southern Indiana, you can go to Terre Haute, you can go in every direction in this state. And there's Pacers, fans, and followers, and fervent basketball lovers who look to this team as their team.
Yeah.
Does that make it different when you're dealing with that kind of expectation that people want the Pacers to be good every corner of this state?
Well, you know, as a young kid in Indiana, everybody plays basketball.
Right.
I mean, it's big. When I grew up, we had packed houses in my hometown, over 3,000 people, and we just had 2,000 in the town. So high school basketball was big.
Yeah.
Last year is really the only time we had our fans really engaged with our team since the incident in Detroit. And it's unfortunate that now our best player is out. But the one thing that we do in Indiana, no use really complaining about because nobody's listening. So you just keep pushing and you grind and you try to get the franchise back to their winning ways and where they can compete for a championship.
Was it difficult losing Lance to Charlotte Hornets with Mike and just
No,
the rivalry and then being Charlotte and Charlotte?
Well, we got rivalries all around, you know, and it's a cutthroat league. Not really.
Going into the season now, you said you don't expect to contend for a championship. Do you look at it as a chance to get these guys, your core, ready for when Paul gets back, and then maybe the whole thing's a step higher than it was
Well,
before?
it'll be a step higher when Paul gets back. I mean, that's just the type of player he is. But our goal here was contend every year.
Right.
I know he's old. I know it's old, but I still like this. Just anything Larry Bird does, a story or something, I want to see it. So just in case some people are like, oh, you talking about back with Paul George? No, I'm interested. You know, I'm going. This is what I like to do. So let's get it. I just wanted to let y'all know. Just pause it real quick, just to be like, oh, he talking about, you know, yeah, I like that. It's interesting. Why not listen to certain stories and stuff he tell, you know, back in his times, or when he's coaching, like, you know, not coaching, but like being at the team and Indiana Pacers, and talking about times at the Celtics. Like, that's interesting, you know. But yeah, let's get it.
You know, when we lose two of our best players, it's going to be hard.
Miami's loss was Cleveland's gain. We started in Cleveland on this road trip, and to us, we think this is the power alley when it comes to this,
Well,
to basketball here
Rick,
now.
you got to look at Chicago too. I mean, they made major upgrades in getting Rose back, bringing the European over. McBuckets is there, which I think is a fantastic basketball player. You get Derrick Rose and Paul Gasol. I mean, that's the way you want to do it.
Let's go back, way back, to the Boston Celtics. And you guys had your core together, and at one point, you started filling in by bringing in this guy. And he's told us about when he came in and how you guys kind of took him under your wing and kind of showed him the ropes. What kind of career did you expect out of Rick Fox when he came into the Celtics?
Well, at that time we were bringing in a lot of young guys. You know, we had Reggie Lewis, we had D. Brown, we had Rick, we had Brian Shaw. So the nucleus was pretty good.
Yeah.
But we were high on all them kids, and I got an opportunity to play against them, and I seen their development, and every one of them had pretty good careers.
Yeah.
Don't get mistaken about it. Salt and pepper beard. I'm still a kid.
Still a baby.
In the great Larry Bird's eyes, I'm still a baby.
You guys had super teams back then, but they were just built different. It was a little more organic, I would argue. But do you look at it now and ask yourself, wow, is it the evolution? It's just the way it is, or is this something that you look at and wish it wasn't necessarily like then there's more rivalry?
Well, free agency started all that.
Right.
When LeBron decided to go back to Cleveland, you've seen a number of players rallying around him and wanting to go to Cleveland. I call them coattail guys. You know, they all want to be where the action is, and you really can't blame them. I mean, this league is about doing your best, making a lot of money, and winning. That's what it all comes down. And if you've got a chance to play with LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Kobe Bryant, you take that off.
Is it hard to find guys where the priorities are in a different order than the way you just listed them?
The priorities is to make a lot of money and be on a winning team and have all the pressure on another player. Right. That's how it works in this league.
Yeah, I think I figured that one out.
How frustrating was it when you couldn't practice and you had to watch this guy throwing the ball out of bounds and like, making the wrong rotations? And
well, when Rick was real young, we used to say he'd make a good play, and we go, "We're just waiting for the next bad play."
So true.
That's the same thing we say now.
That was good. That was interesting, man. That was interesting. Just like hearing stuff, you know, that's I don't think I ever seen like an actual newer really version of Larry Bird. Not newer version, but like as he got older, you know, and listen to him talk about basketball. I'm gonna look up some more interviews and things like that. But yeah, that definitely was cool, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, y'all know I keep it short and sweet. Got a documentary up, 1986, Sweet 16. Yeah, the Boston Celtics, 1985-1986, when they won a championship against the Hawks. So definitely check that out. But yeah, man, on to the next video. Appreciate all love and support. And I'm out this joint. I love y'all. Peace.